Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, July 22nd, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Funny, as I was putting together today's DNB, I noticed that all of the stories were about businesses and buildings. So I figured I'd add a little frosh into the mix to change it up. Hang tight for that. It is Thursday, and I can taste the weekend coming on, so let's get into today's news, shall we? Remember back in 2019 when Annapolis filed a lawsuit against Big Pharma over the opioid crisis, and they gave the job to a local attorney? They didn't want to join the larger suit with the county and the state and all the other counties and states and municipalities. And now they may miss out. I mean, I guess their suit could move forward, but it's not terribly likely considering that Big Pharma just settled the larger suit for $26 billion. And Maryland Attorney General Frosh, who was the Maryland lead on the case, says that Maryland should see about $485 million of that. And it is still a problem, that opioid crisis. More than 6 Marylanders die from an opioid overdose each day. Okay, into that business and building news I spoke about. Over on Kent Island, the Bay Bridge Marina and Hemmingways has been sold. Petrie Ventures and McGrath Development took it over and have big plans, including reopening the Tiki Bar, developing a residential area, modernization and renovations. And as for Hemmingways, they are switching to a coastal-inspired menu, whatever that means, and decor, whatever that means. And the folks that run the Chesapeake Bay Beach Club and Noxie's Table will be handling that. And that's good news because Noxie's Table is one of my favorite places over on the Eastern Shore. A little bit closer to home here in Annapolis, specifically West Annapolis. Agave Mexican Restaurant and Tequila Bar, yes, the one from Lewis, Delaware and Rehoboth, is coming to West Annapolis at a new development being built at 106 Annapolis Street. We will have to wait a bit as it won't be open until the fall of 2022, but a brew pub by Cambridge-based RAR Brewing should be opening up a bit before that. They'll be taking over the space that was once Northwoods and is now the Mexican Cafe. And it's our understanding that the Mexican Cafe was sold, but it is still open and operating for now, so you can still get those tasty margaritas. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but a Severna Park company that specializes in data for robocalls just signed a lease for a 25,000 square foot space on Najols Road in Millersville, and they plan to expand by 135 workers, tripling their workforce. Call Tracking Metrics is the name of the company, and they gather data from incoming calls to their clients and use it to help craft marketing and advertising scripts for robocalls. I love to see a company expand, but I'm not a fan of robocalls. And as a follow-up from a few weeks ago, the Marley Station Mall went to the auction block yesterday, and it kind of sold. The lender on the mortgages actually bought it back. This seems more like a plan to get more time to either figure out how to sell it, find a buyer, or figure out a way to repurpose the mall. No one's really sure what's going to happen right now, but they are still suffering from rent losses as stores still continue to grapple with the COVID recovery. All right, shifting gears now onto a date that you do need to put onto your calendar. It is September 11th. Yes, that is a busy day. It is a Navy Air Force football game. It's the 20th anniversary of 9/11. It is the St. Patrick's Day Parade Hoolie at City Dock. It is a small street festival in Eastport, but the event you need to know about is the 16th annual Boatyard Beach Bash. It will rock the museum from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. with a decidedly Key West vibe, complete with members of Jimmy Buffett's Coral Reefer Band. Tickets are on sale now, and they will sell out fast like they do every single year. You want to go to amaritime.org, and you can get your tickets right now. There are 2 levels. Parrot Head tickets, which is fancy for general admission, or very important Parrot Head tickets, which is VIP tickets. VIP tickets do offer you private seating, an open bar, and food. Again, amaritime.org is where you want to go. Finally, I got all my editing done, and you want to look for a bonus pod this Friday all about the Rotary Crab Feast, which is coming up on August 7th. Saturday is our local business spotlight, and this Saturday it's the Classic Theater of Maryland, and next week we will have one with Mercy, who is Muddy Waters' daughter, all about the upcoming Jazz on the Narrows Festival. Lots of good stuff coming up, and I will actually have some tickets to the Jazz Fest to give away, so you want to make sure that you're keeping your ears open for those. All right, that's it for the news today. If you're a fan of our Saturday Local Business Spotlight series, and you should be, make sure you let your favorite businesses know that we're doing them, and they are completely free. Anyhow, as always, thank you for listening, and if you are somewhere where you can leave us a rating or a review, please do, and make sure you let your friends and family and colleagues all know to follow us. And if you want to follow us in a streaming format, don't forget about Annapolis.fm and WAKIRadio.com. A quick thank you to the fourth sponsor for today's Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services up in Millersville, and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company, Rehab to Perform on Forest Drive, and to MacMedics up in Severna Park and Lanham. It is Thursday, so we have Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace here with your Maker Minutes, and of course, George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. All of that gets underway in about 60 seconds.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners like yourself are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, July 22nd. It was another hot one yesterday for the Annapolis region with some afternoon and evening storms as a frontal boundary passed through from the west, and that frontal boundary will help bring slightly nicer conditions today through Saturday before heat returns on Sunday. Look for highs today in the mid to upper 80s with less humidity on a northwest flow of air, followed by more 80s and sunshine Friday and Saturday, ahead of a return to 90s with a chance for PM storms to cap off the weekend on Sunday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at MacMedics.com.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Kittens and Cups, Annapolis' own cat cafe, has a couple more paint nights coming up. Tomorrow, check out their Woman with Tiger paint night. Then on Saturday, there's a paint night with a living room theme. Knits and Pieces behind the Wawa on Bestgate Road has registration open for their August semi-private Learn to Knit sessions. Learn to knit a pint-sized sweater, their one-off decoding charts class, learn to knit a weekender sweater, and their Christmas stocking class later in September. And if you need help, check out their knit coaching sessions on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. On Saturday, check out the Wildberry Field Market with local vendors, makers, and small business owners selling fun items that can make great gifts. The Wildberry Field Market runs twice a month, the second and fourth Saturday of the month through November, at the Wildberry Farm and Market out near Gambrills. At Blended Essentials in Severna Park, their summer camps continue, with next week being week 6, and the theme being Christmas in July. And there's a few more weeks of summer camp after that. Crafts include making candles, soaps, bath bombs, lotions, and every week has an exclusive craft including pinecone fire starters, tie-dye, custom hand sanitizers, and water candles. At Whole Foods in Annapolis, on Tuesday, their Half Pint Kids Club returns, this time with Hoot Owl English muffins. At the Ray of Light studio this week, today is another Retired Girls with Graphite, a drawing class. The Standard Girls with Graphite is a class for 10 to 14-year-olds. This one is for girls a little bit older and a little bit more retired, who still have an interest in learning to draw or draw better. On Saturday, Ray of Light has a doggy bag workshop. They draw it, you paint it. Painting the likenesses of your favorite pet onto a cloth bag using acrylic paints. And then on Wednesday, Ray of Light has an in-studio watercolor class. At Art Farm in Annapolis, their summer camps continue next week with a kids' art school camp and a Fearless Girls photography camp. And check out their other summer semester programs coming up, which include beat making and music-inspired art, nature art, and oil painting camps, as well as their outdoor sketch nights and more. At the Clay Bakers in Annapolis, their Artrageous summer camp and glass fusing open house are both sold out for next week. But on Monday, check out their ceramic clay wheel throwing and hand-building clay open houses. At the Benjamin Banneker Museum and Park in Ellicott City, tomorrow there's a full moon hike and campfire. On Saturday, they're doing paper making with 2 sessions, one for leaders and teachers and another for kids. Also on Saturday, check out Cooking in the Cabin. Learn about early American cooking and foodways with culinary historians. Then on Monday, check out their Explorers Summer Camp with hands-on activities learning about colonial life, astronomy, and nature. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, Saturday, there's a virtual design challenge, as well as Ask a Master Gardener, and a virtual family cooking class making dog and cat treats. On Tuesday, check out the virtual meditative mandala painting workshop. And then on Wednesday, Joe Romano is doing Is It Magic or Science? Also check out the library's various book clubs, story times, trivia nights, and specialty programs like their Great Movies discussion with Quill, Life of a Guide Dog, Understanding Medicaid, So You Want to Homeschool, Department of Social Services Virtual Cafe, and Ask a Lawyer. At Unallocated Space in Severn, tonight is another virtual happy hour. Tomorrow is a virtual amateur radio night. And then on Monday, they have a project night. And at Annapolis Makerspace this week, on Tuesday, check out our monthly general meeting, which we should be having in person, as well as online. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can also find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. My team and I often get asked, is now a good time to make a move? The answer is absolutely. With interest rates the lowest they've been in nearly 50 years and inventory in high demand, now is the time to let us earn your trust. Whether you're looking to relocate, downsize, or find the home of your dreams, my team and I will guide you through the process and find exactly what you are looking for. Serving people is a passion of mine, and it's what my team does best. That's the Neidhardt difference.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Ion Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.